Morning and welcome to another Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea match review. And very pleased to say, from a result point of view, it's Krasnodar 0, Chelsea 4. And good result. 2,000 miles away, long old trip. No Thiago Silva in the side, so I was having a good look at Rudiger. And before I did this match review, I watched the game 3 times and slowed it down and watched a few bits and pieces again, just to make sure that at least in my own head I knew what I was talking about. So good result, performance fair, fair performance. I thought it was a game of two halves. Um, we went in 1-0 up because of that goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi, which apart from one run back and 3 dribbles straight into Krasnodar players was all that I had Callum Hudson-Odoi doing in the first half. He's a young man, he hasn't played a lot, not going to get on his back, but he's definitely not showing anything that would dislodge Pulisic or Ziyech, or even, I have to say, Mason Mount playing on the left. So I was a little bit disappointed with Callum Hudson-Odoi last night. It was one of the few negatives, really, but I'm not going to get on his back. He's a young man, 20 years old on Saturday, so he's got plenty of time. He's got loads of potential. I just not the player at the moment that we saw a couple of years ago, even when he broke onto the scene. Seems to not have an awareness. Seems to run with his head down. If I'm if I'm brutally honest. But yeah, let's stay positive. I don't want to sound negative, because it certainly wasn't a negative performance. In the first half, we were too slow with the ball. I've just watched ESPN and Stevie Nicol. He's saying that Chelsea were rushing 100 miles an hour. I don't know what game he was watching, because in that first half it was very much a slow build up at the back. In fact, we heard Frank Lampard shouting. I don't know if for those that watched it on BT Sport, he was shouting, quicker, quicker. Really hasn't played for a long while, so quite naturally put quite a few sideways balls. I think Zuma and Rudiger looked scared of making a mistake last night, and it's easier to play a sideways or a backwards ball than be sort of offensive minded. Whereas we saw Thiago Silva at the weekend against United. A couple of times he would run 40 yards and then play a decisive offensive ball. It didn't all come off, but that's what I'm hoping to see in the future. Once Rudiger gets a bit more confidence and a few more games under his belt, and we've seen Zuma could do it because he did it last season. So it's very safe at the back, which was all right. It's a clean sheet, and Rudiger particularly hasn't played, so I understand why. But I thought we were over safe. Chilwell did fine. He's looking a real prospect. Got stuck in. What an annoying bloke that Olsen was. Oh dear. He got booked for a foul, but he could have, just the amount of fouls, the amount of annoying fouls, and just his petulance. Yeah. Anyway, right. On the other side, Ashby did okay. Yeah. They were a weird side, Krasnodar. They had a lot of attacks, particularly at the start of the second half, but never really looked dangerous. But I suppose that could be said the same for us a lot of the time. Just that we were clinical. When they did get through, Mendy did great. He looked so assured and so safe. I like that one where the ball came over from I think it was it a corner or a free kick. I don't know if he pushed it onto the bar or not. And when it came out, he was straight up again. He's looking really assured, like a real good prospect and a real good, really safe goalkeeper. I thought he was excellent in everything he did. Look, his distribution's not great. 2 or 3 times it ended up in the stands, but I'm not going to criticise him for that. Do you know what? I'm old school, I suppose. A goalkeeper has got to stop goals, and he's good at doing that. So yeah, Chilwell and Aspie did okay. Jorginho, he was okay defensively. A couple of good tackles. Caught out of position a few times, which is worrying against this quality of opposition. I'm not going to slate him for missing a penalty. I've heard some of the groups on Facebook and some of the people on Twitter. As soon as someone misses a penalty, you've got to change. You've got to change the penalty taker. He's missed 2 in how many? Is it 40 odd? You're right, both this season, but he hit the post. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way and hit the post. It happens. It's not great. Werner showed how you take a penalty, didn't he? But even then, you know, Werner, it was hit so hard, but it was hit virtually straight down the middle when you watch it. So very powerful, and I actually laughed. I thought, crikey, I don't know if you'd want to stay in the way of that. But yeah, it's Jorginho did okay. Kovacic played like a man that hadn't played for a while. Little bit headless chicken time. Gave the ball away a fair bit. I've got 3 times I've got on my notes. Gave the ball away a fair bit. Positive going forward. I don't know what you lot think, but I'm looking forward to Billy Gilmour coming back, because I wonder if Gilmour and Kante, and I'll come on to Kante because I'm writing a piece for the Chelsea Echo, and I've just been comparing stats, particularly from this season, last season, his seasons before, against Declan Rice. So I'll tell you when that piece is out, by the way. You'll be astounded. You'll be astounded. And it'll probably tell you why we miss Kante when he's not playing. Not so much last season, but it'll show you why. Trust me, I was shocked by the stats. So yeah, Kovacic, good run out for him. Did okay defensively. Gave the ball away a few times, as I say, but he's not played for ages, so it was good to give these players a chance. Havertz, lovely little ball for Callum Hudson-Odoi's goal. Did very well defensively. I didn't realise, when I watched it in real time, I didn't realise how much defensive work he got through last night. A couple of cracking tackles, broke it down, lost it once. I'm not gonna gloss over. Lost it once in quite a dangerous position again. But all round a good performance. Ziyech, I thought he done well. A man that hasn't played, you could see his quality. I read some of the headlines this morning, and one of the reasons I watched the game again, because I thought it was the second coming of God. But he had a good game. He had a good game. For someone that's hardly played, and you can see that he's gonna be quality. He really is going to be quality. But whether that was the new coming of Messi last night, I doubt it. But yeah, he had a good game. He had a good game. I think he's a great player. Things are gonna be interesting. Werner, I thought he lots of effort, Again, cutting down his space. You don't appreciate in real time just how good he is defensively, cutting down space right at the top of the line, and he makes something out of nothing, doesn't he? You know, he can when he gets in that area, he must be a nightmare for defenders. We're going to get lots of penalties, I would imagine, just because they'll take him over. He's just a nightmare, just sheer pace running at you, and the boy can finish as well. So yeah, all good. You got no worries about the forward line really. Any worries you've got is keeping them all happy. Because you know, when the subs came on, Pulisic, you could see he's looking sharp now. It's taken like Ziyech, it takes them 2 or 3 games, sometimes longer, to really get in their sort of in their match mode, match fitness. And Pulisic looked very, very dangerous last night. You know, obviously he got his goal. Same as Ziyech. Congratulations to Ziyech, by the way. It's his first goal in European competition for the Blues, as was it for Callum Hudson-Odoi. So congratulations to those two. And yeah, when Mount came on, the game sort of was turned because of his pressing. I thought he did well. I don't normally score the subs, so I'm not gonna score them today. I was looking at my notes. Ziyech, good finish. Aspie, great bit of defending. Pulisic, great goal. And well done to Tammy Abraham. It was his hard work out there on the right and his persistence that led to Pulisic getting that. Yeah, the goalkeeper of Krasnodar, shocking, Savinov. I thought it was Keparov when that Callum Odoi goal went in. And later on, when he got beat through his legs, I thought it's Savatois. The snake would have been proud of that, wouldn't he? The way he got his legs open for that one. But yeah, all in all, a good performance. Emerson come on for Chilwell and looked decent. I don't know if that was the opposition or if he's had time to sit on the bench and learn, because that's the one thing about having these great players. Your Silvers, Chilwell is some player. All those Chelsea fans, supporters who were abusing him on social media before he joined, you'd think they might have learnt a lesson from that. I doubt if they did, because you know they're evolving backwards. You know they're going to end up back in a river. But you'd like to think that they've learnt something from that, because Chilwell is looking some player. So I'm going to give Mendy an 8.5. I'm going to give Aspie an 8. I'm going to give Rudiger and Zuma won everything in the air, by the way. Going to give Rudy and Zuma a 7.5 each. Chilwell an 8. Jorginho a 7. Kovacic a 7. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I can only really give him a 6.5 for scoring. There you go, because I'm feeling particularly benevolent. Another big word, benevolent this morning. Come to Glen May Talks Chelsea for your big words. And on the right hand side, I'm going to give Ziyech an 8.5. I'm going to give Havertz a 7.5, and I'm going to give Werner a so I'm going to give Ziyech an 8.5, and I'm going to give him man of the match because he scored. He put in a real good shift defensively, and some good balls, you know, and you could see in that performance, even though it was rusty, I'm going to be honest, in my own opinion, but you could see what a great player there is in there, and what a great player he's going to be. Frank Lampard got the tactics right. you could hear he wants them playing that ball quicker at the back, so I can't slate him for that. I think it's a personnel thing, and maybe it's a confidence thing, and maybe that will come with the players that we've got. And if not, he's going to have to go out and buy a centre half who can play the ball. So that's it. I'm pretty positive about that. Not going overboard. I'll be honest, 4-0 against Krasnodar. It's what I would expect Chelsea to do, but you still got to do it. Long trip, 2,000 miles. I thought it was a decent performance. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel, and please like the video. It helps me algorithm. And if you disagree with stuff, let me know. It'd be good to discuss with some of you guys what you think. YouTube's probably best. So that's it. I shall speak to you after the Burnley game. Let's all get behind that team. Up to Chelsea.